snip this shit off. Man, I'm about to get, I'm saying anything. I know somebody's selling these hats for cheap. I was about to say I'm gonna get one, but I'm not. Not gonna lie. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm about to change this hat though, cause this hat got me feeling like a goop. Hold on. It's gonna be a cool little video, man. Cool little video. Just waiting for some people to come in here, man. It's 3 a.m. though. I don't got a problem going live late, but this ain't really my, time that I like to go live. Matter of fact, there's mad ants over here too, cause I dropped something. This is real life. You would have thought that these ants would have been gone by now. These ants is still over here. Yeah, I better run. Yo, Jimbo. What's up, haha? What's good, Jada? Play? What's goody? How y'all feeling today? What's good, Laurel? How you feeling? Do I sound good in the headphones? Y'all go ahead and hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? We about to get into some real game for y'all. About to get into this game. 10 different points I'm about to make. And I left something on the windowsill so these ants is out. You know, there's mad of them over here, bro. I don't even want to show this shit. This shit look nasty. That shit look nasty, bro. Them niggas over here, they was trying to enjoy it. I forgot what I even put over here. They're gonna make me get the raid their ass. Yeah, niggas are scattering. What's good with y'all though? They scattering. See, this is. I forgot what I had over here. This guy started rapping. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subs. We're about to get into this. He said, Mind Control said you have a girlfriend. Nah, I got some shorties though. Can I rap for you, gang? Jimbo, thank you for the sub. What color is the tip of your dick? Oh shit. Hey yo. Call me a Chief fan. The way I queef, man. Got a trouble past. Still I ain't reading that shit. I ain't gonna lie. Don't you hate it when your peanut butter and jelly sandwich doesn't taste like? Nah, chill. Y'all wildin' in here, bro. Let me get to Anyway, let me get to this game real quick. Get to this game. hate seeing all these ants, bro. Something like my mind not gonna really function with these ants next to me. Hold on. Man, shut your bitch ass up. See how you gotta do these ants? Shit crazy. What's up, 22 views? See, I don't really see too many of them no more. I see like 1 and 2, 2, 3. Damn, boy. Fucked you over. Oh, hold on. One more right here. I don't see none under there. This is actually a good vlog. See? Actually, I feel like I'm doing something productive. Ants. What's up, Spook? Oh, now, Femboy. You got a dip. Getting these ants, though. But what's good, everybody? We about to, we had to crucify a couple ants real quick. It ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I had some sitting on the windowsill, and so the ants kind of, got out of control. Nah, I ain't doing no jumping jacks. Yeah, your name said otherwise, so that's you. Yeah, your name said otherwise. You look like Nikki from. Hold on, let me get to this game though, cause I ain't get to the game yet. Each like equals 1 push-up. I promise y'all, I promise y'all, we could do that. We could do fuck push-ups. Hold on. I do push-ups when I feel like it, cause see the thing about me. Let me give y'all some game about like body game. Like it's all psychology. If you can make working out feel fun and easy, then you're gonna naturally get them gains. Now, if I'm not in the edge, if I'm at the crib, see, I like to keep. Hold on. Real shit. This has been my best friend right here. Look at this. See my arm? This has been my best friend right here. Oh. This has been this is a 12-pound dumbbell. You know what I'm saying? But not only for the arms, my chest and everything is right. But this ain't just good for looking good. Like a lot of people work out because they want to look good. Ain't nothing wrong with that, right? As long as you get started. But where I'm at right now, it's just like when I'm bored, I'm laying down, I'm doing all type of shit. I'm doing this. I'm working on the triceps back here. This is like very important to build a bigger arm. Like when you want to throw this bitch like that. But we're not gonna get too distracted with that. Well, change your name to Fem Girl. That's what I would tell you. Do 10. What's up, Spawn? How you feeling, bro? How you feeling, my guy? Top of the morning, bro. Real talk. But we about to get into this game real quick, man. I ain't trying to, stall too much before we get into this game. You see, I got the Saratoga. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Saratoga. I need a sponsor. Let's get it, Spawn. You know, we both feeling that same way right now, the same vibe. Happy to be alive. Hey, let's get to it. Just stay tuned. You gonna see. Let me see. So if y'all looked at the title and y'all looked at the thumbnail, y'all will see this is sensory game. Sensory. You know what senses are, right? We all have senses. Our eyes, our ears. I'm big on NLP. NLP is about basically using your language to communicate to the woman and making her feel things, putting her in her sensitivities, putting her in her vibe, putting her in and making her want to fuck with you, right? Because at the end of the day, you know, I don't give a fuck who you is. Like people say, like, oh, the girl should just know she like you as soon as she see you, and I agree with that on an 80% basis. But it's that 20% basis that I'm standing on, cause you know, a lot of people, if you've never been a good looking nigga, you don't know what the fuck I'm feeling with this shit. Because it's a lot of time it is. I mean, you could get any chick, right? A chick could look at you and choose up. You know, how hard is it to be born looking a certain type of way? But I don't care who you are, Chris Brown, Trey Songz, whoever you is, that women be geeking over, Duke Dennis. When you don't deliver, whether that's in the bedroom or in just conversation, like lately I've been really like clapping for myself, like no Diddy. I've been clapping and I've been saying like, yo, bro, you really doing better with women. You know what I'm saying? Because even though I pulled a lot of chicks in my heyday, even smashed, a fair amount of chicks. Uh, my mouthpiece was not there. You know what I'm saying? My text game, my call game, those things trash. And even to this day, I still think they trash. That's just me. That's just me being trash. You feel me? Thinking that it's trash. That's just me having more experience at being trash in that area. But now that I'm learning more NLP, I think that that's really where I was going wrong by not learning that, because can't nobody really tell you what to say to a chick, because as soon as you say what they tell you to say, you're gonna, what do you say next? You know what I'm saying? So let's get into this shit real quick. So a sensory game, how to get in her head without saying a word. Um, Number one talking point is seduction is not logic, it's immersion. The more senses you activate, the deeper she falls. See, if y'all are anything like me, thank you for the likes. You don't even know what the fucking word immersion means. Cause even right now, I still don't really fully know. Immersion, like very, I guess like immersion. I guess like a multitude. Like if you could mix a multitude of her senses while you talk, like hold on, my bad, y'all. Seduction is not logic, it's immersion. The more senses, smell, touch, hearing, you activate third eye vision, getting her to view, things, like what things might look like, what things might feel like. Tell her to imagine this, imagine that. The more senses you activate, the deeper she falls. And I would even argue, this is like, I just met a chick. I was just at the store like 30 minutes ago, and I approached like 3 chicks that fast. What's good, nobody? I approached like 3 chicks that fast, you know. And y'all be thinking I'm playing. I'm sure y'all think that, then this nigga ain't got no game for real. I'm sure y'all believe that. But game is not really difficult when you're actually approaching 15 women a day. I ain't go outside all day, so me going outside at 1 o'clock in the morning to go to a 7-Eleven to grab a water and a juice, like, bro, I got no fear. Nah, you can't see it, man, because you disrespectful, bro. And if my guy Jameson was in here, you would have been banned that fast. You too, Jack. Y'all would have been banned so fast. We got Spawn in here. Spawn could spawn y'all the fuck out if y'all want to play games like you think this is a game. Y'all gotta start checking y'all now, because y'all the reason why people shit don't work in life. Y'all come in and y'all disrupt and make shit like, y'all are like, what they call it, sirens and shit. Like, I don't deal with women that are um low vibrational, so I'm damn sure not gonna fuck with y'all. See what I'm saying? Yeah, nah, it's just, especially as a guy, like, man, just don't troll. We on some real NLP shit. You gotta understand, I want y'all to respect NLP. Anything that I bring up, I want y'all to respect the same way that I'm bringing respect to it. Not because I'm like, oh, this is my channel or whatever, but just because, like, bro, like, we men, let's be serious. Okay, Spawn. See, I fuck with all my moderators. See, the other Jameson, I just made somebody spawn yesterday. Bro, this chick was in here trying to violate. She was cooked. Like, I couldn't even tell him, yo, kick them out. He just was kicking. And he would let me know after. I'm like, yeah, bro, okay. Because he was making real good choices. Like, I fuck with the choice you just made too, because they really chilling. But it's funny to see like the different ways y'all gonna do people, but they never gonna see it coming, because we got some cool moderators and we got some no tolerance moderators. So, but it's beautiful to see that YouTube is a real place. Like, even though it's meta, it's really it's a community. So it's like, little chick came in here yesterday trying to talk crazy. As long as I could get my points across and get to all my talking points, I really don't care about nothing else. But this shit really a classroom in my mind. So it's like, that's all. I don't give a fuck, But, and I expect y'all to really want to fuck these hoes. Yo, what's up, Mike? Let me fuck this fucking ant. You know how you chilling and you like, I'm looking this and then I see an ant walking up the fucking, but at least it ain't no spider. I had to really crank some shit yesterday, like 2 days ago. I had to crank a spider, and it was cooked, man. It was cooked. Yeah, you not lying. Someone who consistently trying to run some game on a woman gonna have more success, because they not gonna fold and they done received all type of feedback already. I mean, that's T-Berg. I think I talked to you before. Um, yeah, it's a late night. It's really vibes right now. I'm really feeling the vibe. It's the middle of the summer. It's just like, we got 30 days. It's like, let's make these next 30 days crazy. But yeah, no, that's what it is. The feedback, like bro just said, like, I don't receive so much feedback that for some odd reason, it seemed like the last couple of weeks, I haven't been doing nothing but succeeding. But that goes to show you that it's a threshold, an invisible threshold in the matrix, that if you don't let losers like distract you, like you'll actually do better in life. Like it just is what it is. Like if you genuinely don't, like I think even me starting the channel, that's like me sticking like the pole in the ground. Like it's certain things I did that marked a mental territory for myself that no matter what I go through outside and chicks will test the fuck out you and ask you to pay for their meal when you just met them and you just making an approach. Like I don't see no different types of shit. Oh, you want me? Well, pay for my meal. Wait, what? That's tricking. I told her like that. That's tricking. I ain't tricking. You know what I'm saying? What she say? You must not like me that much then. But I wasn't even mad at it because she was just who she was. She was just who she was, and I was just who I was. You feel me? But what I'm trying to say is today didn't go nothing like that. Tonight didn't go nothing like that. It's every day is a new wave of different energy. Like y'all wasn't in here yesterday when I was live. Y'all is a different wave and different energy. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to YouTube, it's different. Every day is gonna feel different. And as long as you bring the same core principles to whatever you do every day, I mean, 7 days, that's a week. The next 7 days, that's 2 weeks. That's 14 days. Like I always say, if you approach 15 women in 2 days, that's 30 women. You see what I'm saying? Like, just do the math and understand. Like, I don't even got Instagram on my phone no more because they keep deleting that shit, right? So every chick I approach tonight, I'm like, yo, like, I walk up to them with basically like this. Oh, I can't show y'all because this is my other phone. So, well, I could show y'all on this phone. This shit look bad though, but I walk up to them like this. And I really learned this from going to parties. I walk up to them like this. I don't be like, but I be like, excuse me, how you doing? She stopped. Like, oh, you look good. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you caught my eye for it. Like, then she'll say something back. Then I'll be like, you don't even gotta say too much. Just, and I'll hand her my phone. I'll do something like that. Or I'll just make it there. Like, I ain't trying to waste no time. And I'm not trying to, like, I'm big on secrecy and mystery. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not dangerous without mystery. So, like, I mean, I'd be like I never laughed out loud, but in my mind, I'm laughing to think about guys who, like, even in high school and other places, like, the thing that always made guys bad was because they weren't bad. Like, I'm not a bad guy. Anyone who knows me know I'm not a bad guy, but relatively to the guys that I'm thinking about, like in school that couldn't fuck bitches, or maybe they could, but they weren't the first choice. It's because they weren't bad. And not saying bad as in you gotta be like a killer necessarily, but you gotta have you gotta have mystery on you. Like you gotta be like something about you that's like just a little bit of mystery. And I know what I'm talking about too. You know what I'm saying? That's all. It's just a little bit of mystery go a long way. And I don't really know what a bad boy is or a bad guy, but I never really hung with. Well, when I was younger, I hung with some considerably good guys, but I don't think they were really good guys either. It's all relative, if that makes sense. Like everything is relative. Like you could be a Drake type of nigga. This is a great example. Like Drake hangs with Wayne. Wayne is obviously really a blood. Like he's really a gangster. But Drake is inobviously a nigga who could get you touched as well. But before he hung with Lil Wayne, his mentality might not have been such. He might not have had the exact edge that he's grown to have. But like when he was younger, he might have really been a nice guy to the point where, but in reality, he to the white girls or whoever he was around on stage, he might have still had some edge. That's what I'm trying to say. So me being a light-skinned yellow nigga, like I would fight if I had to. You feel me? I grew up seeing tough guys and being around tough guys at young ages. So I knew I wasn't tough. You feel me? Relatively to them. But I knew to other niggas in school and stuff, I'm like, and I grew up in schools where you would get bullied. And it was worse than bullying because it was like they wouldn't bully you, but you'll see that they like niggas would be so tough that they wouldn't bully you, if that makes sense. Like, of course, if you just soft, you getting bullied by anybody in life. But like the schools I was going to, it was just fights. Like it wasn't even bullying at that point. It was just like niggas was really fighting each other. And then like you'll see people sneaking each other. Like nigga just sitting in the office, nose just bleeding. Like, damn, what happened to this nigga? You know, or you might come to school late, go to lunch, someone punch somebody at the lunch table. But fights happen everywhere. That's why I say it's not really like obviously some places are more traumatic than others, but um it's across the United States. And that's why I say anyone can have some more mystery to them. You don't got to be crazy. You don't even got to be a fighter. If you join some MMA shit, yeah, you're gonna act tougher. You're gonna feel tougher. You're gonna feel more brave. Politicians always most powerful. Okay, for sure. Tupac was a nice guy before the fame. Exactly. Well, Tupac is a different type of. I mean, he's obviously like exactly. You're on point with that because he was definitely like he's one of them crafty niggas. Like, okay, so I don't know if it's because he's a Gemini. I don't want to take it into that spiritual terrain, but he has two sides to him. Trump is God. So Tupac is one of my favorite rappers, and he's a poet, and he definitely did, in my opinion, fake and put on a lot of tough guy facade. Um, but he was really thorough. Tupac is a thorough nigga. He's a thorough individual. He's a thoughtful individual. And the thing that made him so different is that the Black Panther shit, because it was like, you're not even being just a phony out here. You really got some type of roots that actually, you have a voice. You speaking from a position that's just unique. It's just purely unique. Like nigga could never be you ever a day in life because you just one of a kind. That's why I respect him. But we all are unique. And when niggas lean into their uniqueness, they really be great. And that's why I'm saying the NLP shit make the most sense because you could be yourself, but you just gotta know how to communicate. Like niggas just bad communicators. Like women just want a nigga to talk to them. Like the average woman, I'm seeing it. Like even with the chicks I'm talking to right now, they just want to talk. Like you feel me? Like, but niggas just like I always been quiet. I always been the type of nigga chill around my homies, play video games, and then I'll let a chick come to me, and she come to me, she getting crushed. But even in them situations, nigga might not know exactly what to do fully, but a nigga go with that move because you're trying to crush. So as a man, you're gonna figure it out. But what I'm saying is like you could be a nigga with no game, but if you could like develop a mouthpiece, you're gonna be alright because you gotta talk her through a lot of shit. Like even when it comes to the actual act of sex, right? To orgasm, she got to do what? She got to feel comfortable. So talking her, like everything in life is the same. Like when you first approach her, that's why I said I'll walk up with my phone out. But I ain't gonna have it out from the beginning on some thirsty shit. I'm gonna say something, let her hear my voice a little bit. Cause most women, they're not making no decisions. Like they want you to make the decision. The question in their head is, why are you walking up to me? What do you want? But depending on the nature of the woman, she's not even asking that like in a mean way. She's asking it in the like, you probably want to fuck me. I understand. You know what I'm saying? Like anyone with a brain knows that she's gonna get dick. She's not gonna go 12 months with no dick.
And also, anyone with a brain and a little bit of experience know that a chick that's not your race, like this is what I'm seeing, like a chick that's not your race is more likely to tell you no. But if you're clean, put together, you could change those numbers a little bit. Not gonna lie. And y'all know what I mean. Y'all probably watch other YouTubers because it'd be a black guy that a bunch of white women like. I was just watching the Duke Dennis thing. A bunch of white chicks like Duke Dennis, but so do a bunch of black. I mean, attractiveness is attractiveness. That's what it really is. If you get better at something, don't be surprised at the type of chicks that you start getting because you're more attractive. It's across the board. Everybody can see it, and it might not be your physical. I believe the mouthpiece is the most powerful thing. So I dedicate my channel and my life to just figuring those properties out. I don't really care about nothing else. You black spawn? I thought you was white this whole time. I'm not gonna lie. I thought you was white this whole time, bro. Just because your name is programmer, I'm not gonna hold you. That might be a little racist, but exactly the come up wasn't fake at all. What come up? Yes, you gotta give emotions ambitious. High and low. Slightly dominate her, saying good girl. Yeah, I mean that works. Like, and a lot of this shit is nuanced. Like, communication is nuanced, and you gotta have a mind for it. That's what makes it so hard. Because no Diddy, because it's like when I was young, growing up around my mom and my sister, they talk. They're women, so they talk how women talk, and they talk with emotionality, but they talk to each other more. You know, I'm in the cut. I'm playing the game. I'm doing other shit. I might go outside, get into a whole fight, and they don't even know, or some shit. And like, I'm thinking of one right now. They never would. I was young. They would never know. Like now sometimes mom know. Like you good? What happened to you? What happened? You know. Sometimes they can read the energy. But what I'm saying is like women different than us. And and what I'm trying to say is like nothing wrong with being in tune with your feelings and emotions, fellas. Your intuition. That's actually a superpower in the game because you could read a situation like how women do. They read shit and then they ask you about it. A true player or a pimp doing that shit to women all the time. He gonna ask about some shit. He gonna peep some shit. That's why I'm walking up with my phone out because I'm like, why do I need to? Why would I not do that shit? Why would I not do that? What I'm gonna do? Ask her for her number, tap her on her shoulder, and ask her for this shit. Can I get your number? That's an automatic turn down if y'all haven't noticed. This is why you got to be experimental and actually be outside and doing that shit. Because a nigga will do something that's an automatic turn turn down and then get mad when you get turned down, but it's an automatic. It looked confident for me to do not only just because I'm walking up with my phone out. That's definitely confident, but what's really different that I'm doing is that I'm just not giving a fuck. So I feel like a nigga with game gonna always show comfort. Like one thing that made Kevin Durant so thorough to me as a basketball player, he treated when he got to the NBA, he treated it like he was still in college. Like you gotta treat when you go outside, treat women like you still at the crib. I'm still at the crib in my mind. This is my plaza, this is my neighborhood, like in my mind, obviously. I'm not on no um territorial shit, but I'm just saying as long as I'm knowing these corners and shit, like you know what I'm saying, then I could be you could be the tourist and I could be the tour guide around this shit. Shorty was in the store getting smoothies, slushies, so I made that the conversation. He said, "Why you was outside this late?" I said, "I'm outside because I was ain't had nothing to drink in the crib. I said something like, if I ain't never come out the crib, I wouldn't have met you, or some shit like that. Just tying everything together, tying that shit together. And it's so weird because, like I said, you have to have an imagination for what might you have to have an intuition. Your intuition will basically throw up some shit for you. You're like, oh, either I said this in the past, I heard someone say this in the past, or it's something that is original because it's the truth. I seen you in the fucking store. You caught my eye and you were grabbing a slushy and I'm saying this to myself while I'm thinking about how I'm gonna respond. So when I'm texting, I'm treating it like a project. Like if you in school, you ever did them collages where you cut shit out, you edit it, revise it. I'm treating it like arts and crafts, basically, before I send it off. I might even let ChatGPT see the shit because it's like you're not always thinking about your best jump shot you could have took. You need sometimes if you ain't got no homies around, like, yo, bro, how this sound? Because even your bros, they humans, so they not gonna think thoroughly. They might say it's cool, maybe, maybe not, but ain't nothing wrong with getting some advice. But you gotta have your own process, basically, and practice makes perfect. If you want to be good at responding to women, you gotta practice and save all your text messages. Even the ones that when women stop texting you, just delete their number and put a little the pencil emoji or some shit. So you could go back and look at those. Oh, this is where that shit broke off. And then think about why might it had I've been doing this shit since last year, but I don't really do it all the time no more. But when I started doing that, that's when I started getting better again. Because I started realizing like why would I just keep failing and not really take stock inventory of where it's breaking off at? And because the bitch gave me her number for a reason. That's one thing I was sure about. You know what I'm saying? And when y'all hear me talk about my past, y'all can understand I'm used to getting treated kingly by bitches. So obviously my mind is like, but I knew I had no game. I knew that for a fact. What's up, Nat? Nat in the motherfucking house. How you feeling? Miss Nat, Miss Nat, Miss Nat. Yeah, I'm good. I'm chilling. I was just before. You know what's crazy? Before this, I was just watching the G Herbo interview. I swear to God, I'm like halfway through, and I'm like, man, let me go live before I get too late. But I want to get back to watching that. Shout out to G Herbo and Chirac. You know, what you said everything? No, you saying that's everything? What you saying? I was talking about Pac. T Berkshire, I was talking about Pac. Spawn said, nah, I'm black. Alright, for sure. That's good news. I ain't gonna lie. No, no racism shit. But Mike says, but yay, my pops always been big on developing the mouthpiece essential skill. No, like, see, and that's what I'm saying. That's a blessing that your pops was really actually caring about that, because some dads care about it, but they ain't gonna let their son know they care about it. You know what I'm saying? Until their son really come ask like, yo, pops, like I don't got no bitches, pops. Most dads just wait until their son get their fucking heart just ripped out their chest. Like then they be like, yo, son, it's just these women are bad. They dad be red pill as a motherfucker. Oh shit. Yeah, it'd be like that. It'd be like that. Hilarious. Spawn said you heard one of the best out the shot. Nah, yeah, that nigga a monster. I ain't gonna lie. He said beefing with my bitch. Like, come on, that's not what I'm talking about. He was talking to the track like he was still at the crib. That's what I used to like about Eminem. That nigga, he used to rap he said it. He said, I'm saying what I would say in a room full of my friends on the track. Like, you gotta carry that homeostasis into the field. You see what I'm saying? When I gave my phone to Shorty earlier, I'm doing that because I'm like, I do this at parties. What's the difference between the party? Why not do what I would do at the party when the music is loud? Because I'm not gonna talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just using common sense. I'm not gonna talk to you. And women love mystery. That's why I know from being game like Will that I'm not gonna give away my mystery. I know that that's a fucking a bad thing to do. So you just say a couple of words and make sure the couple of words you saying is, you know, confident in the shit that you want to say and the point you want to get across. If whatever your objective is, know your objective and know how to get there in the least amount of moves. Similar to a chess game. 2 to 3 moves, she should already be typing her number or telling you her number. And then when she give you her number, you text her number. I didn't see with her. I didn't just text her. I waited. She went out the store, got in the car, and she was with some young cat. Looked like it was either her son or little bro or one of the two. And I really don't care, respectfully. But what I'm trying to say is, like, they was grabbing slushies and I was chilling. So I'm like, all right, I'm not just gonna walk straight up to her. I kind of chilled and kind of creeped it in. And then when she was walking towards the register, I popped out and, you know, said what I had to say. And she was like, yeah, here's my number. My number's this. And she was mad open with it, right? Mad loud about it and everything. And I texted her right away. Not right away, but I waited like right before she pulled off type shit. And then I this is Will from the store, name of the store. Cause I'm not gonna waste no time, man. Like, that's one thing I realize guys do. When you don't approach a lot of women, you really become a guy that wants to wait for the perfect time. I still kind of do wait for the perfect time, but it's not gonna be like tomorrow or like later tonight. No, it's gonna be like when she's leaving, she's like, "Oh, this is the guy that I just met. Okay, cool." And that's gonna let her know, like, okay, I can reciprocate. He's not trying to be like too smooth or too perfect. He's just being his fucking self and talking to my ass. And he might fuck around and get some ass because he ain't being weird. But see, it's a balance, it's balance. That's all it is balance. And that's all I try to bring to the game. And that's why everything I'm saying, I'm talking with no filter right now. But if you like it, if it resonate, you gonna fuck with it. I love him so bad. That's my man. Hilarious. You said how I'm feeling. I said everything. Okay. Okay, for sure. You feeling everything. I ain't heard that one before. I ain't gonna lie. I'm feeling everything. It's kind of deep. I ain't gonna lie. I'm feeling everything. I don't know what to say to that. I'm feeling everything. That's some real shit, though. I ain't gonna lie. So I ain't feeling good. I'm feeling everything. Oh shit. It's like basically, I'm about to go to number 2. I'm just want to say this real quick. You fellas will never understand because it's not a mental thing, it's an intuition thing. It's like trying to explain to somebody, like, yo, like, you ever jump in the pool and you're like, man, like, your buddy's like, yo, I don't want to get in because it's probably cold, and you're like, bro, you gotta hop in, because if you don't hop in, you're not gonna know. Like, you feel me? Like, and that it's not that cold. Like in LA Fitness or wherever you're like, man, this shit is kind of cold. It's gonna shock your body, but it's not gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? But he want to dip his pinky toe in, and that's just the way he want to do it. And that's cool as long as he end up in the pool. But the problem is that communication is such a crazy thing to me because it doesn't really make sense. I just look at the little pieces and the blocks of it, and then I say, okay, let me figure this shit out because no one's gonna knock on your door and teach you a communication class. Nobody's gonna help you. It's like sink or swim type of thing. And if even if you swim, you might, even if you swim, doesn't guarantee you taking it serious enough. It's like making it to the NBA, right? You're in the NBA, but you're not Kobe. So even though you're in the NBA, all you can do is try to be like Kobe, but you know that this nigga really gonna dominate shit. And LeBron and these guys like that. So like all like for me, I try to focus on myself every day. Like if I could hide under a bridge and just work on my skills, I'm cool. Like I'll die that way. Like I don't even need anyone to know how much skills I got. Like I don't care. I'm not doing this to prove that I could get women. I'm not doing this to prove that I'm game like Will. And if I ever had that inclination and feeling, then it was just a feeling at the moment. But I really don't care. And neither do y'all guys. Y'all don't care what other men think about y'all. Y'all wasn't raised like that. That's some new shit. Like Future said, that's some new type shit. Like that's the new generation type shit. The early 2000s, like, nah, we didn't care. And that's why I'm going towards number 2 right now. Let me get into number 2 because I'm chatting. All right, so if you were to say some smooth shit to a chick, like say you're gonna eat some food over her body or some smooth shit like that, right? Say you say some shit like that to the chick, right? Let's just use that as an example. Like you tell her some shit, you texting her, you say you're gonna eat some food off her body or whatever. Whatever it is, like I'm gonna eat some peaches off your body, some shit like that, right? It's not about the food. It's about the heat, the pleasure, and the experience. You get what I'm saying? Does that make any sense to y'all? I'm just wondering if that makes any sense. Because all too often, what people will do is say, well, okay, I see what you're saying, but when do I say that, right? When, where, and what? This is what the average guy is going to always ask. So the average guy doesn't know when to say something because that's what you call claustrophobia. He feels claustrophobic, like, damn, I can't say what I want to say. She's going to reject it. She's not going to like it. She's not going to accept it. He don't want to take no risks. You know what I'm saying? Every man has that little gut reaction inside of them that's just like telling them like, bro, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that. That's gonna make. And then again, I think a lot of that got to do with being raised by women. I'm not gonna lie, but like a lot of guys, they doubt that they could do something. That's bad. Doubt is bad within itself. It's not the action that you want to take that's bad. It's the doubt about the action that's bad. That makes the woman say, well, he's a waste of time. Because he's not exciting. You see what I'm saying? Thank you for the likes. He's not exciting. You know what I'm saying? And so I always would say nowadays is that it's better to take the risk and lose the bitch than it'll ever be to not take the risk in the first place because you're going to run into another chick. But see, you can't even see that if you're not approaching 15 women a day. If you're only approaching, how many women y'all approach today? Can y'all let me know? And if y'all can't let me know in this last week. What's today? Sunday. Yeah, perfect. So since Monday, since last Monday, the Monday that just passed, what's the amount of women on one specific day that y'all have approached? If y'all care to share, y'all don't have to. But I'm just saying, like today I approached 3, but that was in like 30 minutes of being outside, or to an hour or 40 minutes. 3 women in like 40 minutes. One said they had a boyfriend, other one said they had a boyfriend, and the other one uh, gave me their number. It's a buildup. It's a buildup. The chicks that you meet today, go into your phone with the chicks that you might have met last month, or you might have met last week. If I go outside tomorrow and meet and I approach 15 women, say one is really down, then that she's gonna be, we're gonna be texting. It's nothing too crazy. It's just, you see what I'm saying? But talking spicy is your job, not hers, because she's not gonna do that, fellas. She's not gonna do that. So I'm just trying to say that. That's what I'm trying to say. So saying anything that is, they call it in NLP, they call it VAK, visual, auditory, and kinesthetic touch. Saying something like eating food off of her body, that's gonna turn her on. But like conversation, like I said, conversation, it ebbs and flows, bro. Like it goes where it goes. Sometimes she's gonna try to take the lead, and she's gonna say a witty response or some shit, but as long as y'all keep responding, that's what it is. Like a lot of times, I think that guys don't be responding, and that's where shit don't work. But you know, number 3, you ain't gotta talk her ear off. Touch, smell, temperature, even silence. What? Hold on. You ain't gotta talk her ear off. Touch, smell, temperature, even silence. These are the real players in the room. Mm. You see that? What are the topics that y'all are bringing up to women? Topics. I mentioned that the other day. Like I'm crushing this ant right now. I'm trying to. This motherfucker. The fuck? Motherfucker playing dead and shit. Um. So if the real players in the room is touch, smell, temperature, you could talk about the warmth of something, a warm hug, a warm kiss, a warm this, a warm that, right? A warm towel, a hot this, a hot that, steamy this, steamy that. The smell, you could talk about I can't say the word fragrance, something like that. I don't know, fragrance. Um, the smells of certain things, whatever, and this is where you get quite poetic. If y'all know, I tell y'all always to download the synonym app and different apps on your phone where y'all could get real crafty with this type of shit, because that's all texting is. Like you're basically sending a message. And if you don't get your points across in messages, then she ain't gonna feel it. It's just that simple. If you really want to crush, it ain't the fact that you can't, it's the fact that you're not expressing it the right way. That you're not making her feel like okay. And another thing too that I want to add to this is the mystery method. The one thing I like about the mystery method is he always say, you want to frame it as if she's chasing you. So even though I'm approaching you, like that's another thing. If I'm coming up to you with my phone out, I'm like basically saying like, let's get to the point. Basically, I'm saying let's get to the point. I don't want to waste no time with you. And if you approach it that way with a certain amount of confidence, confidence could be your best friend because it's telling her he's probably the type of guy I really want to sleep with. He's confident. Why? I don't know why he's confident. I don't really care why he's confident. But what I'm saying is that that's a part of what I like to call foreplay before foreplay. Everything is foreplay before foreplay. But number four, women remember how you made them feel, not what you said. If you touch her soul through her skin, you already won. Come on now, man. Come on. What is her soul? Her soul is something within, deep, deep seated inside of her. Like I said, less is more when it comes to the game, in my opinion. Less is going to always be more. I always been, like I said, laid back, quiet, and in the cut. So therefore, for me, it's second nature to like. It's second nature for me to chill. And so for me to bring balance by having a mouthpiece is a perfect blend because women like a mystery, but they want you to talk to them. And you gotta sometimes just not even with women, but human psychology in general. You gotta make people respect when you talk because other than that, they won't respect when you talk. So I understand that also. Like you know what I'm saying? Like if someone's not caring about what you like, if someone's not anticipating your text back or caring about what you got to say, then you should think about why that might be. Is it I'm not interested? Is it I'm not saying the right things? Am I not bringing the conversation in the right direction? And if I'm not, then like again, my answer is approach different women. I can't because you can't really make somebody once an impression is bestowed upon somebody, it's really GG's. That's what I'm basically trying to say. Like if a chick like the chick I approached tonight, like if she get the impression like, damn, he's really not really turning me on, or he either that or B, he's turning me off. Anything but being neutral. Like neutral is even good. Like neutral is even okay. You know what I'm saying? Because the average guy ain't got no mystery. That's all. So as soon as you do something she don't seen before, then that's where that shit you lose all the sexual, you know, marketplace value in her mind. Mystery, man. But her soul craves um I want to say masculinity, or is the word masculine leadership? I don't know. It craves edge, confidence. I mean, the list goes on and on with what these women crave, but I mean, sexual confidence. I mean, if you're gonna pull a chick hair in the bedroom, I mean, like imagine that. Like imagine pulling a chick's hair in the bedroom, right? Where would that would be like a primal instinct or just a knee-jerk reaction of you to do. And it'll come out of where like the ashes of your imagine, like the ashes of like fucking like just a thought or something you seen in a porno somewhere or some shit or something maybe you and your friends talked about like some it's coming from somewhere. You know, maybe it's a memory, you know, it's coming from somewhere, but you know in your hearts of hearts as a man that women love that type of shit. So um what I'm trying to say is if you know that that's gonna turn her on, why wouldn't you do it? You see what I'm saying? You wouldn't do it because what I said earlier, you would um first of all, you wouldn't do these steps I'm talking about. You wouldn't allow the topics. See, when I think of topics, I think of like a the wheel of fortune. Like so like if I spin the wheel, like that ball is bouncing in the little topic areas. Put it like that, like whatever the topic changes is what I'm trying to say. And whatever the topic is on at that point in time, you use that topic. Like that's what a player does. He's using the topic. He's not really like, oh, we're talking about zodiac signs. So like, let's really have like like a talk. Like you feel me? Like let's really have like a fucking like a gossipy. No, 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 no. Let's talk about it, but let's like I'm gonna guide this where it need to be. You know what I'm saying? But see, again, you don't want to do it to the point where she's like, oh, all he doing is keep mentioning sex. Now you don't want to spam sex, overtly spam sex, but that's why seduction and sensuality is powerful because you're making her feel like getting crushed. You're pushing her towards it. Like you're saying like instead of you saying I'm trying to do this, you're saying like you're you're showing why is it that you want to do it basically, like why is it that you would want to do it, like you're giving that impression like why you want to do it. And again, I when I think of the mystery method, it's also like the framing it as you're the prize. Because if you really are the prize, if you as a man, just think about it. I mean, to me, it's pretty logical that if I'm really confident, if I'm really some P, if I really believe in myself, then am I really not going to shine a light on that? If that's what it is, I'm gonna do that. But the way you shine a light on it is by the way you understanding that if I'm game like Will, and the topic is pizza, and this is Joe Schmo, and the topic is pizza, I don't want to say what Joe Schmo would say about pizza. Whether I don't care what the topic is, the topic could, like I said, like the Wheel of Fortune, is going to change. But I'm not going to change. I'm going to be again. I'm not spamming sex overtly, but I am spamming a good vibe and a sexually flirty vibe. I'm spamming that for sure. But let's go on, move on, so we can make it through these topics. And women love this stuff, so it ain't like I'm like doing like some weird. It's women. They won't admit it on the front that they love these things because it's like sounds manipulative being like spoken about, but like in action, it's actually something that is like is their kryptonite because you are that guy that know how to talk. You are that guy that know what to talk about. And it's funny because it's like there's no real thing to talk about. It's just how you filter what's being talked about and how you bring out that feeling of it's not that we're talking about pizza, it's that you're talking about pizza with GL Dub. So obviously it's gonna feel a little different. No matter what we talking about. Because you gotta know how to make everything special. Everything is a moment. So that's what I'm trying to say. Even when I'm being nonchalant, chill, and laid back, I'm still flirty. I'm still making it man to woman. I'm still creating that vibe because why would you let that vibe slip into some bullshit, some platonic or some fake shit that is not? It's not that. Number 5, most dudes want to be deep with words but forget her body listens before her brain does. So again, to go to that, that's number 5. Like when I started like doing poetry a minute ago and stuff like that, poetry is very one of the most thorough, positive things that I think I started doing. And then, like I said, obviously the shadow work and the journal and stuff, and I still do that every day. But when you mix those two together, you become a guy that loves words. And when you love words, it's almost inevitable that you're gonna try to go deep whenever you can, especially if you're a deep J. Cole ass motherfucker. You're gonna always be trying to do that. But knowing how to pull back, like I said earlier, when I approached that chick earlier, I'm coming up to her with my phone out. How deep is that? I mean, it's deep, but it's also like a different type of deep. It's like more swaggy, more independent of outcome, more self regulated. You know what I'm saying? Your basically your body speaks louder than your words. Your body language and your aura and the shit that you behave, your behaviors speak more than what you could say. That's basically what it's saying. And in my opinion, I want to add this to it because I always love to say this. The editing and revising shit I said earlier, like if you can edit 98% of the stuff before it flew out your mouth, you'll get way more women. Because women don't care about the mistakes you make; they care about the success you make. So it's like if everything you say sound right, they're gonna feel that. Like okay, they feel that what sounds right and what sounds wrong. Even if it sound wrong, but it's right. Like that's what I mean it's annoying, but it's what humans that's human that's communication because people are feeling shit instead of listening to shit. So you could be dead right, but if you don't like if you're not saying it with a certain type of posture, then it's not gonna directly hit that person. That's why I love journaling because I've noticed that humans are just instruments and our body structure even my opinion on some scientific shit I can only imagine our bodies that's why our posture is supposed to be straight up and down supposed to even stand a certain type of way. We're an instrument. When have you ever seen a flute that's crooked or a fucking piano that's crooked? Like we are walking music. You see what I'm saying? So this shit to me is symbolic. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to just um that's why I'm probably gonna make a video on posture at some point and body language and posture and shit like that. Even the way you sit, like it's more attractive for women to sit with their legs closed, but with a man, we supposed to really when we like say I was to walk into an environment and sit down, I'm supposed to sit with my legs spread apart. That shows dominance, and that's gonna make you look more attractive and comfortable, but not like a slouch because I'm kind of slouching, but your legs supposed to be spread like apart as a man. So it's everything. Like you feel it's literally everything. That's what's so crazy about it. And once you understand that, it's easy to actually behave that way. Train yourself to, just remembrance of shit like when you out there in the field. So um, number 6, game is sensory warfare. Temperature, texture, tone. These are your weapons. Temperature, texture, tone. Your tone of voice. If you're in a certain place, you might want to yell a little louder. Uh, all of that shit. Like I said, before y'all get ready to send a text message, check every little detail about what you are about to say or how you about to say it, and just send your best roll of the dice because like I said, every chick ain't gonna respond nor like what you got to say. But one thing's for sure, if you believe in it and you start talking more, 15 women a day, it's gonna break the fact that you're not being confident. And that's gonna make everything you say good. Like one thing I even seen Lil Wayne say that, who he say that to? Think to Tiger. He told Tiger like when Tiger was younger, he told him like everything you say, just say it like you believe, like say it confidently. And that shit works. Like you feel me? Like you might not think it do, but it really do. Like Lil Wayne's a walking testimony of that type of thought process because he even said, "Yo, I'm the greatest rapper alive." Back when I was in middle school, when I didn't think he was the best rapper alive, but when he said it, I felt like he got a chance at that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to mention he was a good rapper, but when you believe it, it's like, who can tell you that that's not at least a capability? That's why a nigga could really smash any chick because it's always a possibility. It's not like it's not a possibility. A woman to talk that shit to you like it ain't no possibility though, for sure. And, and your chances might be slim, but it being slim is not an excuse not to act like it's second nature for you to be doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the game that you coming with, the confidence. Even when you type in the synonym app, you type in the word game, the word brave pops up. And I'm about to type it in right now, actually, because I always say this example, but I want to really show y'all right now. Game, play, match, gamble, contest, competition. Like, bro, like, you gotta approach 15 women a day. This is a competition too. At the end of the day, like, people say, "Yo, I'm my own competition." I look in the mirror, like, yeah, I do that shit too. I reflect probably even deeper than niggas who saying that by journaling. But in reality, you don't want an ego trip either. Like, yeah, you're your own person and you're an individual. But when it comes to certain things, it's still primal that, like, so for instance, like, I'm trying to think, it was a chick I was talking to. I can't remember. It was like the other day. Somebody tried to cop block. I think it was actually yesterday on some app, actually. I tried cop block. I just left. I ain't even say nothing back to the guy. Like, I'm too advanced. I know all about the try to knock another nigga down to get the chick, and the chick don't even really want the guy. That's, come on, bro. Like, I'm not about to. And then if you, oh no, it was the other day. It'll be guys that's swarming to try to get at one chick, and then when you come in and you show that, hey, I'm here to just give you my number or get your number and go, the guys will try to attack that guy because they're like, ain't no way he's just gonna come in here and just be that way like that. We gotta kind of put some dirt on him because now we look stupid because we sitting here kissing her ass, talking in circles like we her friends, and this guy's making it man to woman immediately. But I've been knew about all the shady shit that guys do to each other just to get some pussy. So, like, the best man may win, but the better man is the smarter man, and the smarter man is not going to entertain the dumber man. So the dumber man is already dumbed down by the woman because he's trying to fuck so bad that he's willing to just swarm around and keep talking to her. I'm not even trying to do none of that. I've been there. Done that. I've been the guy who I'm usually always the guy that get the shade thrown on him type shit. I've never been the guy who uh, tries to dump trash on the other guy. Never in my life. Not in real life. Not on the media. I don't care. I just don't care. If I see somebody smashing a chick or if I see somebody getting at a chick, I'm gonna be like, damn, okay, look at bro. He really okay. But I'm not. I was raised in the early 2000s. Well, the late 90s, born 1995. I feel like men was different, and I had big older bros, like people in my neighborhood that was smashing all the chicks. So, like, I just got a very keen respect for guys who could do that. I can't throw soul on nobody because he got more game than me. I'm used to seeing guys who got more game than me, and I'm used to being cool with guys who got more game than me. So Who cares? That's what I'm trying to say. If you see a guy about to smash a chick, that's like seeing somebody about to eat a cheeseburger. Like, mm, yeah, it ain't that deep. You know what I'm saying? I need to be crashing out over these hoes. But contest, competition, pastime, state, courage. Courage. You gotta have courage when you see a bitch. When I say you gotta have courage, you gotta act as if she needs you. That's what you gotta really be thinking though. Like, even if it's not the truth though. Cause it ain't the truth. Nowadays, these chicks don't need you. They got jobs and shit. They think the job is the thing. But you gotta be not delusional, because that's not what it is. It's more rooted in reality and tradition. Like, I'm a man and I'm bringing value. Period. It's rooted in truth. Like, if you don't see it, that don't mean I don't got it. Just because this chick don't see it, you know what I'm saying? That's my thought process. Like, it's very simple. It's elusive, because if she's thinking that the job makes her womanly or better than thou, then she's really the crazy one. But either one could be, I mean, mine's is more legit than hers, because it's tradition, is actually tradition. And again, it could be fought against, it could be warred against, it could be spiritually, it could um despirit, it could be a spiritual warfare against whatever. That's why, again, even with a chick, if she wanted to argue me on that point, I would just say, okay, you got it, you right, and back off, because we're done. You know what I'm saying? A chick got to choose me over her 9 to 5. That's what they don't understand. You got to choose me over your 9 to 5. Not saying you got to quit the 9 to 5, but you can't act as if like, I got work. Let me go to work and I'll see you whenever I see you. Nah, fuck that. Yeah, because if it come down to it, you're gonna need a man, not the 9 to 5. You're gonna need a man if the world really get crazy. Um, Another word for the synonym for the word game is sport, spunky, amusement, tournament, spirited. Let's look at the word spirited. What does spirited mean? Vigorous, lively, energetic. So another thing, you could be laid back. You don't gotta be all like uppity, but you gotta show that, like, I mean, you don't gotta show, but like, you just gotta really love yourself. Like, it's again, it's an internal. That's why Mr. Lucari always said the game is inside of you. It really is. Just like, it's all internal. Because I'm not gonna force nothing. I'm not gonna put on no show. That's one thing about me. I'm not gonna do. And I think it's because I was raised in an era where it's corny to me to do that. But I'm just not gonna do that. But I do still understand, like, being sociable can make you highly attractive to a chick. Definitely. Like, if you walk into a building, you will want to be sociable. You know what I'm saying? Just talkative and somewhat outgoing. Even if you're an introvert, somewhat outgoing. And the way I depict being somewhat outgoing is just using my eyes and my observation skills. Focusing on myself, not the female, focusing on myself and figuring out what I'm about to do as an objective around. If I'm if I'm shopping, I'm gonna really be shopping. I'm really gonna look for some Skittles or some shit. And then if she crossed my paths, then that's it's a little different, because ain't no lion about to let no deer cross their path like that. But if if she moving like in a way where I don't feel like she really trying to be like hit on or picked up, I'm not really sweating that either. For me, it's really morphic. It's like a cloud. It could go either way. It could take either any shape. So I like to stay in the present moment. So it could take any shape. It could take any shape. And I love that about myself because it keeps me mysterious and it keeps me in the present moment. And it allows me to still build game while still keeping my mysterious high because I don't know what I'm going to do. So how the fuck she going to know what I'm going to do if I don't even know what I'm going to do? But I know what I'm capable of and I know what it could lead to. And I know how to lead all angles to check me. It's because it's like playing chess for real, for real. It's like if you ever played the chess on the chess app, you know they got the puzzle thing where you know you start off in different positions. That's like the realest you could get because in life that's how it be. Oh, I'm randomly in this store. This chick is with her son. He looked like a YN. He old enough to be like, yo, don't talk to my mom, but he might be a good kid. You know what I'm saying? So he might just really mind his business. And on top of that, I'm 30. I'm not about to be on no bitch ass shit either. So it's really a puzzle. So in your mind, you really gotta be able to get your shot off without distractions, interruptions. And if there is an interruption, you gotta be able to know what to say to mitigate the interruption. So if you sign up to for game, that's all that's every inch of it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like oh you just go approach 50. Yeah, that's the you can make your day to where you just approach 15 women flat with no distractions if you post in the right spot. But I ain't posting for no bitches. You know what I'm saying? I did that before, but I'm not doing that right now. Yeah, man. This weight cooking these ants. I'm not gonna lie. I just gotta roll the weight over the ant. Yeah, that's how I've been doing them. Anyway, hold on. But yeah, it's all spontaneous. I love spontaneity. That's like my signature move in life. Even when it comes to sex, like I like smashing like in the woods and shit, like against trees and shit. Like I ain't trying to get too explicit in this shit, but I'm just saying. But anyway, some more words for game is punt, plucky, meddlesome, prey, plot, brave, fearless. This is just some food for thought for y'all. Some of the mind frames you want to kind of like lean into. You don't got to fully be brave. You don't got to fully be something you're not when it comes to women. Just be a little more plucky. Like, what can I say today to make her see that I don't give a fuck? Or how can I move to make her see that I'm not caring at all? Because it ain't about proving that you don't care, but it's sometimes it is about proving that you don't care. You know, match her energy. They don't care. So women don't be caring. They come out with their bonnet on and shit. I ain't trying to impress nobody. You got to meet their energy sometimes. You can't always let them show y'all that they're more masculine than you by not caring about what the fuck you think. You know, the whole time you scared to even open your mouth to talk to the bitch. You know what I'm saying? Only way you gonna flip that back how it's supposed to be is by genuinely not caring. You can't care what they think. You can't. Even if you do, you got to figure out how to stop caring. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that answer is for you, that's the answer. But anyway, let's go back to this shit. Number 7. It ain't about freakiness. It's about presence. When she feels your focus is fully on her, she melts. And that's facts. Because um yeah, they melt under that type of shit because they can't really handle that type of shit. It's all biology. You know what I'm saying? That's in their nature. And it's not like just your focus, in my opinion. It's like your focus when she values your focus. Because your focus, like from what I've seen, like when I got priorities, it make a chick melt when I put my attention on her at that point. Like if I'm just like on some other shit in the crib not doing nothing, she might not really value it the same way. Maybe, maybe not. It depends on the variables, type of woman, the age, the all that type of shit. Every woman is different. That's why I always tell y'all, like, they all are different, and it's really a mystery that they have too. Masculinity has a mystery to it, femininity has a mystery to it, and you really got to just not care and just live in the moment and talk and see and discover and uncover what. Other than that, you're not gonna know. Not gonna. It's 4:20. It's getting a little late. 4:30. If you can't feel her rhythm, you'll always be off beat. Learn to flow with her breathing, her pacing, her vibe. This is more like in person type shit. Um, Everything you say should be to link up. Like even the chick I just met tonight, I already talked about us grabbing smoothies for our date, like or slushies for our date, whatever. I'm on some health guru shit, but still, I'll go get a slushie. You know what I'm saying? Slushies be good as shit. And obviously, she got one because she was out here at 1 o'clock in the morning grabbing one of them motherfuckers. So I just made it make sense. And whatchamacallit? I would even argue it's not about her rhythm, it's about my rhythm. But it's about our rhythm at that point. But you're in the driver's seat, she's in the passenger seat. The beat will never be off. You'll never be off beat if you're saying the right things, if that makes sense. But her breathing, her pacing, and her vibe, you got to be in tune with those type of things. But I mean, her breathing changes based on when it's time to get crushed. But number 9, too many guys are trying to convince. Real ones create sensation. The body responds before the mind even catches on. Yeah, your game should be sensational. Sensational. Like I said, her senses. If you're gonna talk, man, say something to move her, man. Don't just talk. You know what I'm saying? Because I do that a lot. I be yapping. I ain't gonna lie, but that's a bad habit. And when you talk with meaning and purpose, you really do see a difference in your life. You know what I'm saying? No different than prayer or no different than affirmations. Like some people waste words. They just talk all day about this, that, and the third and what's going on with these people's lives and this and that. But they're not even praying. They're not even being intentional with their mouthpiece. They're not even making shit make sense. If you're gonna say 100 words in a day, why not 80 of them shits be something that's gonna move a mountain? You saying shit that's just willy nilly, and then you get mad when you ain't making no money or you ain't getting no hoe, feel me? Or you going broke or negative shit is happening. But negative shit gonna always challenges is a promise. So if challenges is a promise, you know what I'm saying? Like we knew that since birth. We knew that life was challenging. So people like that's why I say you are who you hang with and you are what you eat. Thank you for the likes. You are who you hang with and you are what you eat. That's why low key I wanted to text Shorty and say, nah, let's go get some fruit. But in reality, if we on the slushies, we on the slushies because them shits do hit. But what I'm saying is that that's where I draw the line. See what I'm saying? If I didn't drink slushies though, I wouldn't have brought that up. But I do. I thought about getting one when I went in there. So them shits be hitting. They be hitting. But fuck the slushy. It ain't about the type of food that we want to indulge or the type of drink that we want to indulge. It's about the way that I word whatever the activity is that we're gonna be doing together. And you got to start to use your mind, fellas, about what sounds more romantic to women. And then sometimes with women, that sometimes here's the biggest trap. You'll be talking to a chick that you um might feel like you don't, I wouldn't say don't deserve because that shit sounds soft. But like basically, like every guy got, I guess, some woman that he feel like, or a couple women, whatever, that he feel like, damn, fuck. A couple women that I mean, depending on how she looked, you might get a little insecure, like, damn, like this bitch kind of fine, like I don't want to lose her, whatever you thinking, right? That's thank you for the likes, but that's when you're cooked because you're already putting her on a pedestal in your mind. See, the pedestal, I love that term because the pedestal isn't physical, obviously. Where is it at? Have you ever seen a pedestal? Probably never in your life. You've never seen a physical pedestal. It's a metaphor. Where is the pedestal at in this whole dance between the masculine and feminine? Like I don't have friends. I don't seen a lot of guys put a lot of women on pedestals. But for some reason I just never did that shit. Like most of a pedestal I probably put a chick on was making her my girlfriend. And shit, I learned a lot from that. Hey, if I could rewind time, not saying I wouldn't do the same thing, but being a player is the apex. You know, like I know I'm probably a bad influence if young guys gonna see this, but that's the apex. Like, because who cares about? Okay, like first of all, it's nothing wrong with getting a girlfriend, but gotta vet. So you got to be a player to know what vetting is. If you're not a player, you'll never know what vetting is. So let's do the math on that real quick. You'll never know what vetting is. You have to actually learn game. You have to be a player to not to turn the game off and be take life serious in the first place. If not, I mean, listen, women mature faster than us, so they might really want to get pregnant. They might really want to get married, but you know, you have to really be on the same type of time. And so what I'm saying is I'm not here to talk bad or to do any of that, but I'm just saying that game recognize game. And that's what I'm trying to say. So what was I saying though? Let me see. Because I feel like I'm saying any damn thing. Number 10. Put her in a moment she's never felt before and she'll chase you for more. They ain't never felt a real pee. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't never felt a real pee. And when I say that to say this, they felt a different pee, but not you. They never felt you, so you don't gotta feel like as lame as niggas be feeling, if that makes sense. Like a lot of niggas feel lame, but that baddie that you just met, she has no reason to call you lame yet. So what are you feeling lame about? Have you done anything lame? No. You've just met, and you're still on the first impression, but you thinking about how shit might go. Why? You supposed to be paving the way and you still got your paintbrush on the Picasso. You know what I'm saying? You can't deem yourself a loser if you're not losing. But see, that's what losers do. They call it quits before it even starts. And then they get mad at the woman because that guy ain't got no game. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's all I had to say today. I ain't gonna lie. This was a cool little live, man, at the end of the day. And like I said, man, you don't hate the player, hate the game. You know what I'm saying? Um, and with, with accuracy and aim. Don't hate the player, hate the game, and learn how to communicate with accuracy and aim, because she's going to choose up. That's all I'm saying. It's all a mind frame. Like, that religion is the best religion. Whatever religion says all is mental, them niggas is geniuses. I'm telling you, that's the best. That's the real religion right there. Cause when you die and your brain cut off, nigga, the game's over. Cause you can't even think or be conscious to remember anything or know anything or see anything or smell or feel anything. You ain't gonna be thinking, oh damn, I want to go to heaven now. You're gonna be like, nigga, I want these last breaths, and if they don't come, then your brain gonna lose. Whatever gonna happen, gonna happen. I don't know, but what I'm saying, whatever happened, we be whining about what might happen because we could think about what might happen. But once your brain stop, can't nothing happen. At least nothing you could feel or even experience. All this life shit's only been just experience from the beginning, from the get go. You know what I'm saying? It's just been one big experience. And when you're dealing with these women, fellas, you got to understand sometimes we forget that not only is she a woman, but she's a human too. She's a woman and a human. So you're not just dealing with just a woman, you're dealing with layers. And when you don't look to say, like I made a video earlier on holding space in conversation. Like, so what did that mean? Like, holding space, like, well, women are deep. They like to talk about shit. They like to tell you some shit. You might want to listen sometime, depending on your intentions. But like I said, if your intentions is pure, she'll know because she's gonna say shit to see to test if you gonna listen, and not for you to respond to try to fix her or be a doctor, but just for you to just show that you have a badge of being a real nigga and listening. And when you listen, she gonna like you more, bro. And what I'm saying is that this shit is crazy. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying, YouTube? I don't know, bro. But what I'm trying to say is you gotta form those connections, fellas. Those connections ain't gonna form themselves. Like, everyone talk about game, everyone talk about Riz, everyone talk about having game, but they just telling y'all how to go up and make her smile a couple times and then leave with the number. The shit I'm kicking, this shit is grown man shit. Like, this shit a little deeper. This is what happens when you get in them text message. You know what I'm saying? When you get in them texts. See, you gotta pass the text checklist shit for anything else to come out of this shit. If you don't make it that, that's like making it through the thing. You know what I'm saying? You don't make it through that shit. I believe that women really sit back and they think in their mind, you know, let me text him for some time. And if we text good back and forth for X amount of time, whatever feels good in her gut amount of time, then we can escalate shit. I mean, I guess that's how they think and shit. You know, us guys, we want to fuck now. Not really though, cause I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, I really don't care. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Really don't care. Like, we be thinking we care because we be on some thirsty shit, but I really don't care. Not as much as maybe the next guy might care. Like, I care, but not that much. I'm not gonna lie. And that's just me. Mm-hmm. That's always been how I was. That's always how and that's how I am. Like, if a shorty want a first day crush, we can first day crush. But if not, then we not. What the fuck? And I'm not gonna hold a grudge against you either for not first day crushing. I'm not gonna look at you different. But don't think that if a chick come around and she first day crush that you gonna be special because you didn't first day crush. Like, that's typically how it go though, but I'm not gonna let it slide like that. it's really just gonna be about other things though. That's really what it is. But because you didn't first date crush and you chose to take time, I'm looking at deeper shit. I'm not going to like why you doing that and what's to this and what's to that. I'm not really even focused on other shit that you might be focused on, but that's what make us two different people. But like I said, man, women are used to guys not having apex communication skills, expert communication skills, and when they used to that, you got to come a little bit harder, a little bit different. That's all. And you got to come with some intensity and some purpose. Like I'm not just texting you just to pass time. I'm texting you so we could really heat this shit up. So shit could get heated, but you can't heat shit up if you don't have any direction. Like I said, knowing what to say and when to say it is crucial in terms of her becoming actually sexually aroused and sexually attracted to you. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to say. This shit is just deeper than just what people think. And then having priorities is another attribute that shows her that this nigga really a man, and I'm really not about to really, be able to control him exactly how I'm trying to. Because her not being able to control you is also gonna turn her on. But it gotta feel organic, not like you're setting boundaries in a way where it's like fighting for your own control. It gotta be like, yo, nah, he got a job or he got this going on, he got this other shit. So that's what really where the meat and potatoes of a lot of the not the attraction, but the seduction. Well, the attraction and the seduction, I would say. Because when you talk, it's gonna be a little different than a nigga that just trying to. She don't see nothing special about this nigga. Like you know what I'm saying. Another thing too, father attributes. If you got father attributes, that'll make you more attractive too. Like if she could see you being the father of her kids, like that's gonna make you more attractive. Like, it's a little female psychology, like you feel me? Mating psychology. And if you don't got those traits, ask yourself why might I not have those traits? Like what are some of those traits, and what can I do to improve in them areas? And it could be some simple shit sometimes. Like I even believe going to the gym does kind of help that a little bit. Eating healthy, some of the shit that I talk about. Eating healthy, going to the gym, stacking your funds, focusing on your goals and being consistent with your goals, right? Like being consistent to the point of having consistent breakthrough moments. Like shout out to Izzy, man. I just seen he just hit 1K on this motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Now aim for 1.5 or and then aim for, just keep going up. Like not too many guys keep going up. You know what I'm saying? Like even me, like I don't hit 1K in and then I wanted to hit like, you immediately get over the fact that you did it, and then you like, maybe not immediately, but like you get over it after a while, and you're like, well, I want to reach a new height, and I want you what you're striving for is to reach a height at some point that feels like, okay, I'm at the height that I really want to be at, and that may be any height that you can imagine. That's why the game is within. You know what I'm saying? You got to be first of all content. That's another father trait. You got to be content with where you are and what your life is. Be content with your hairline. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, you could get some shit to change your hairline, but when back in my heyday, you had to be manly enough to have your hairline. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're not satisfied with your body, like bro said today, work out, do push-ups. If you ain't got no weights, figure it out. Figure it out. Women ain't having no sympathy for y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? Figure it out. You ain't got no weights, do some push-ups. Go to the park, do some pull-ups. But don't whine about it. Because when you whine about it, you sending a signal to your body that say, I'm inferior and I'm punani. You know what I'm saying? You sending a combination of shit to yourself. Like, you're not just saying one thing. You like, I'm inferior and I'm pussy. So now, the way the body receives that message is like your body gonna eat that up because your body is full of parasites. Your parasites inside you gonna be like, yeah, that's right. You are pussy. You don't deserve to win. You don't deserve 20K subscribers. You don't deserve this. And then you're gonna feel that way. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna relish in that lie. And then your lie become your truth. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say being single. When I said earlier being a player, all I was saying was being single is it's the apex predator title. But you know, the reason I say that is because when you single, you could just get busy with this life shit. You know, you could get busy with this life shit for real. For real, for real. Meaning like you could do whatever you want to do. And you know, when you free, you know what I'm saying? And that's another thing when I was in a relationship. I think there was times where I think everybody goes through this though. There's times where you're like, why am I in a relationship? Like, there's no knock on the female per se, but it's just a thing that you're gonna naturally remember where you was single and you was actually doing whatever you want. Like, you was literally young, wild, and free. You was some of the best moments in your life is when you're single because it's like fresh air. You probably hanging with the bros and you just doing anything. Like, y'all playing the game, them niggas smoking, whatever maybe, but it's the whole vibe. The vibe might be somewhat dangerous, but in reality, it's just like so natural and organic that it's just beautiful at the same time. And then when you get in a relationship, that's fun, natural. It feels safe, and then it's like beautiful, but it's like night and day. You know, niggas just like getting pussy, but make sure that woman is the woman that you really want to lock in with, especially if you're my age. For all y'all 17-year-olds, 14-year-olds, I mean, some of y'all find love in high school, but man, you gotta have some game, man. Got to, got to. If I go back to high school, man, if I go back to that age, I would definitely make that decision to like let me figure this shit out. You might not have a lot of time because you got to do homework and shit, but let me figure this shit out. Let me figure this shit out, man. Because if you play lazy with this shit, man, you're gonna have to figure out later in life anyway. You ain't never gonna stop being attracted to women. You feel me? You ain't never gonna stop being hungry. You ain't never stop going to be thirsty. You always have to spend money in these areas. You know what I'm saying? So play like it don't matter all you want. Meanwhile, other people in your grade is smashing all the chicks that you want to smash, and these chicks is chasing them guys. You could be in line with them guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You pick the lunch table you want to sit at. But if you know that it's real crocodiles and wolves at this one, you might not sit down. Not because you can't, you just might second guess yourself. You know what I'm saying? But everything is energy, and I'm telling y'all, success is on the way for all of y'all. I'm telling you. I just want to tell y'all that before I go. The old Will, when I was younger, and I think in high school or at the end of high school, I worked at Kohl's, I worked at ShopRite. I had jobs, I had real jobs, 9 to 5 jobs. And I love YouTube, and I feel like, man, whatever I do financially, I'm going to always be here. I'm gonna always be here. I love this channel and I love y'all because y'all are actually, it's like a feedback loop. You know, I put in work and I actually, you know, care about YouTube, bro. Like, it's a lot of girls that's famous on TikTok. I'm sure they like, yo, this shit helped me get a car. This shit helped me get a house. Like, I met a chick the other day and I tried to bag her and shit. And she was like, um, she's a TikToker and shit. And she had a nice car, and I know she got it from doing TikTok. She's like, she famous and shit. I was really trying to do a collab with her and shit. She was bullshitting, but like, yeah, I know in the back of my mind, like, yo, like these chicks is really running that TikTok shit up for real. You know, get yours. That's all I can say to y'all. Get yours. Whatever your hustle is, stand on it, do it, and praise it, and don't let nobody sidetrack you. And sometimes it ain't even somebody. It be sometimes if you're completely left alone, you'll get to the money. That's just gonna happen. But sometimes the devil will put a little trap here and a little thing here, a little thing here. And you'll feel like the like shit is working in reverse, and you gotta really puncture that shit by saying I'm going to still baby step my way towards the goal. You know what I'm saying? It's not a detour. It's just slowing. It's a slow down moment. It's not a real detour. You know what I'm saying? It'll scare the fuck out of you, but it's not really a detour. And sometimes we just believe more in the negative than the positive. I can speak for myself. A lot of time I be believing dead into the negative versus actually having a holistic view of this shit. So I'm not trying to be Mr. Positive, preachy, um, gossipy yapper tonight, but I'm about to get the fuck out of here. It's four people in here, ain't nobody responding, and I'm just talking in circles and circles. Ain't nobody responding. So if you still in here, go ahead and drop a game controller or a diamond or something and let me know because I'm about to get the fuck out of here. It's the middle of the night and I'm yapping and you know I'm about to get back to watching that G Herbo shit. Get the fuck out. And that's another thing. In between texting women, like I don't be stressing, I don't be thinking about them, I don't be doing none of that shit. I treat the beginning of a relationship holistically like it's a unwrapping a gift slow as fuck. Like, and the reason I do that is because like people run into shit so fast trying to run behind some pussy and get into some shit so fast. Like women are slowing shit down for a lot of guys. They're like, I don't want to fuck fast. Bro, that's natural. Let them not fuck fast. You feel me? You shouldn't even want to fuck fast. You should be able to like it ain't even about sex. Like it's about the communication. Like, communication rules the nation. In between texts, I'm really like, okay, I might text a chick back once or twice in a day, 3 times, 4 times max. If she's gonna link up, she's gonna link up, bro. That's what I'm trying to basically say. And it may not come when you want it, and vice versa. She may text you and you don't hear her back, or you may not give her the insightful information about you all at once. But that's what makes a relationship a relationship. This shit is not supposed to be malicious manipulation from our side or from their side. You feel me? Even though that's what humans always inevitably trying to do to each other. But like, truth be told, like deep down is really about communication. You feel me? And the beautiful thing too about just being yourself and just communicating with no strings attached, just being a good person. Like a woman gonna know, like, damn, like this nigga was my best option. Like, you feel me? They're always gonna see that. You feel me? Like, not to get on no real mushy shit either, but they always gonna see that shit. Just like how you gonna see it. If they really was your best option, you gonna see it. And so, in your hearts of hearts, just be a real nigga to yourself.
If they don't see it, who cares? You feel me? Get yours and keep being great. You feel me? I'm telling you, y'all gonna be straight in that shit. Work on your communication skills, work on your wardrobe. You're gonna be good in this shit. Work on everything that you care about and that you value as a man. Last but not least, figure out what you value as a man. Figure out what you value and stand on it. That's gonna be possibly the next video that I drop. Possibly the next video that I drop. Like I said, I know some things I value. Maybe not everything, but I know some things that I value as far as the NLP, the communication skills, the YouTube, this, that, and the third. I got my own little values. But sometimes your values ain't tight enough, and a girl will come in between, and that's where your life will become bad. You always want to have priorities and values and things you put a little bit above women so that way order remains in your life. Always do that. They got to earn the right to be in your life. You know what I'm saying? Despite whether how confident you may think you are, how you feel about yourself, they still it remains that way. They have to earn it. If she doesn't earn it, then it's a chance that you rushed it and did it wrong. And then you got to start all over. What shouldn't be hard if you're putting chicks, but like you got to do that shit. This is a game of sacrifice, man. If you build something wrong, if something's built wrong, you gotta start over. It's better you start over now than you wait long term, and then you gotta do it then. You know. Why this shit feel so good, man? Like when you got a game, you ask women stupid shit like what do you like about me? Like that might be like not stupid. It might actually be brilliance disguised this stupidity. But what I'm saying is like you'll ask a chick that. But see, I even believe niggas ask women shit that they need to hear, but the way they interpret what the chick is gonna say back will make you it'll make you like become more mushy over the bitch. Like cause she gonna say some shit that's gonna make you feel like damn, like, real intimate shit, you know? Y'all been live for 2 hours, bro. It's crazy how at one moment it could be mad people in here, then it could just go dry. Like this shit is go dry, bro. That's kind of crazy to me, bro. But yeah, man, like I said, man, this shit gonna be dope, and we really, really get where we trying to go. Yeah, man. Last but not least, because I said last but not least like 10 times, but this time is really that. Um, I value social dynamics. I value that. Like sometimes what's really I find to be very, very strange about life We could value something and not know we value it, or we could know we value it if we stop fronting like we didn't value it. Like I value social dynamics, like I fuck with that shit, but like I don't really study it to the degree I either need or could be studying it too. Need to or could be studying it, because I tell y'all all the time, social dynamics is another thing. It's another layer to your life. And I believe that men should put their social dynamics over their relationship dynamics with women. Like put it over. Duh. Duh. Or maybe not over, maybe side by side, whatever way it is. But when in doubt, uh, you know, having friends is always gonna be some powerful shit. Like not even having friends, but having the ability to communicate effectively. So I guess it's all the same. But yeah, I'm about to end this. We 2 hours in now. Game like Will. See you on the next video. Yeah. I don't know what to say. We out. Close this fucking window, man. It's fucking chilly out there, bitch. YouTube, like, man, you ain't getting no more views for the rest of the night, nigga. All right. Bet. Every man should have at least 10 to 13 women that they're texting right now per moment, per month. Remember, I'm telling y'all to approach 15 women a day. So it's what, August 3rd? By the time we hit August 7th, 5th or 7th, should have, a couple of them. Where is the... Yeah. I'm going to go to the kitchen real quick and I'm going to get off when I come back into the room. But yeah, that's my math on it. You should have a couple chicks because, if you think women don't got a couple niggas, then you're off your rocker. The average chick is always going to be able to flex on a nigga in that manner. That's exactly why the math ain't math. Just like money, just like jobs, right? Women want a nigga that make a little bit more money, even if it's $1. If I put my check next to her check, and my check say, her check say 900 every 2 weeks, my shit better say 901 every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta understand. But not only that, if she get the sign or symbol that, hey, I don't need this nigga. Not only money wise,
because money ain't really the issue. It's social, like social dynamics. If she gets the hint that I'm a better person than him, my life is better than his. I don't need him. He's not really an asset. He's a liability. Social dynamics is actually very, like, that shit is deep because she's not the priority. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, if you make her the priority, then you lose all of your mystery. But see, guys don't realize, they don't look at it that way. But I see it. I see that shit. All of your mystery could be drained out of you like a fucking, you know, just drained out of you. It could just fucking be fucking wasted out of you if you don't prioritize your life over the bit. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. All right, yo. I'm about to get out. Get off of this mug. You know what I'm saying? Your life is your life. And love it. That's all I'm trying to say for y'all. Love it and cherish it. And you're going to be good. See y'all in the next video. See y'all in the next live. I'm out.